Hello everybody, welcome to today's collective channeled message. Today I hope it will be shorter. I promise you I'm still going to do pick a cards. It's just right now I am more fascinated what is going on in the collective energy. And I mean, we just had in the last two readings the divine feminine stepping more into her feminine energy, her receptive energy, the masculine healing the feminine, the distorted feminine energy within him and that has been afflicted to him by others. And I just felt very drawn. I want to see where's this going, where we heading in our journeys, in our twin flame, high level soul connections. And yes, I am wearing my bathrobe. It is like 12:30 in the night and I just took a shower and I still have to read a text for tomorrow for universities, but yeah, I felt guided to do this. I hope it's not going to take too long. However, Spirit had me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks. Oh my. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them or if I'm going to do another message in the next couple of days. But yeah, we are going to start with the Mutant Tarot. And let's see, if you have not watched my last channeled messages, collective messages, I do have a new playlist for those. Check them out. It's amazing what is going on. I do have one. It was not intended to be for the divine feminine, but it just turned out to be that way. And one I did explicitly for where's the divine masculine heading, what's going on. And yeah, I mean, we do have the Four of Wands right on top, and death already. Death is rebirth. It is the dying of the old ways. And of course, we still had this Scorpio super full moon, and death is connected to Scorpio. So those energies are still lingering, of course. And then the Four of Wands is the Union card, but we will see what else Spirit has to tell us. What is going on in the collective? Oh, I just grabbed one. Mother of Swords. Okay, this card in this deck can talk about forgiveness because it basically says Hera, or Hera, I don't know how to pronounce in English, who is holding grudges. And so it is stepping more into the divine feminine energy, yes, but she would still be the most masculine, I would say, out of the feminine energies, because the Queen or Mother of Swords is connected to the brain, to the thinking mind, more than to the emotional mind. So there could be still like maybe a bit of overthinking and yeah, holding on to grudges that I believe are really yeah, what I'm feeling drawn to is the sun here. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, we had that in a masculine reading with a different card. But there is light coming up. So there is some kind of illumination, some kind of awakening when it comes to old grudges. And also I noticed the snake around her arm. And the snake is talking about healing as well. And the peacock I heard, I don't know if it's true, but it's what I got right now, is peacocks actually eat poisonous animals like poisonous frogs, and they take that poison, and that is where they get the, I don't know how to say, the chemistry out of, in order to create those beautiful colors in their feathers. So it actually does come from transforming something poisonous into something beautiful, which is basically alchemizing. Yeah, alchemizing. So I think we are in a process of alchemizing old stuff we have experienced and turn it into something good by becoming a good example for others, or by taking our strength out of it to grow stronger or more determined or whatever it is. Yeah, alchemizing. That's what an alchemist does. An alchemist is taking something and turning it into something else, taking trauma, turning it into a valuable lesson. For example, it could be anything. It could be somebody who used to take drugs, overcome it, and now is a great coach for others not to take drugs. or an amazing social worker, or a spiritual guide, or whatever it is. You know, you learn your lessons. What else? Yeah, alchemizing. I never got that from that card before. It's interesting. But now that I have it in the back of my mind, it's probably going to be used a couple of times from now. The alchemizing process. Look. Oh, it's her again. It's her again. So what else? What else? You see, she's got her eyes closed, so she is more listening to what comes within, and she's holding that staff with the bird. And birds are often connected to the soul, of course, to the higher self, and to messages from angels. So she is, and by she I mean not just the feminine, but I believe also the masculine, are more connecting to what their soul is telling them rather than what they have been told in the past in the 3D and the real world. And I see the star. What's with the star? Like a guiding star? Yeah, there's like guidance. It could be that I don't know what's going on astrologically. I know that Mercury is going to be in retrograde soon, but I don't know, maybe there's like a specific astrological combination that is going to happen. Something, maybe a conjunction to the sun. I need to check that, if there's something like this going on. A conjunction to the sun. Oh damn, I'm upset that I don't have my astrology program right now to see if there is something like a conjunction to the sun. If I don't forget, I'm going to talk about this in the next reading, if there really is a planet conjuncting to the sun. But I do have one of the cards I picked for today is the Zodiac Oracle. Let's check that. Oh, by the way, in the last reading, I was about the Divine Masculine. I was talking about the Divine Masculine healing the distorted feminine energy. And one of my clients told me that the last portal days were actually exactly that. So that was confirmation. I didn't Google it yet, so I just have to take her word. But she told me that she read that the energy we're in right now, and again Scorpio, transformation, that the energy that is going on right now is basically, yeah, it is that the masculine, the collective masculine energy is healing distorted feminine energy, and that is what's going on in the collective. And the last reading I did absolutely confirmed that. But let's see what else we got. Something with the sun and a star, or zodiac sign, or planet. What energy is important now, Spirit? What energy is important? Come on, give me something. Cancer and Libra. Cancer is connected to the moon, so again to the emotional. Could be something to do with the 4th house or the 7th house. 7th house is the house of relationship. It's Venus and Moon, so both are actually planets that are very much connected to the emotional body. The Moon is, Cancer is, and Libra is. Now we do have Saturn. Saturn is releasing karmic cycles as well. Give me a second. I want to see if there is something astrological going on. Yeah, but I'm feeling with this. And then we do have the 9 of Cups as well, of course. The 9 of Cups, we all know, is the card of happiness, the card of wish fulfillment. And it kind of reminds me of the star as well. To me, it's the star in the minor arcana. Let's see what we got here. Okay, the sun. Oh, we do have conjunctions to the sun. Oh, you can't tell. You can't read. I'm sorry. Okay, we do have the sun right here. Of course, it's in Taurus. We got Uranus. The sun is at 12 degrees right now. Uranus is, where's Uranus? 10 degrees. Yeah, that's a conjunction. Okay. Let's click what else has the sun to offer right now. Okay, it's interesting. The sun has a square to Saturn. Saturn just showed up. And Saturn basically is what I just said. It's also about commitment. That's what people often forget. Saturn is not only about overcoming karma. It is, but Saturn is also very much about serious commitments. Right now we have Saturn in Aquarius, so in its own sign. And we do have Uranus. I mean, Uranus is connected to Aquarius, and so Saturn in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of rebellion, you could say. It is the sign of humanitarians. It is, to me, very much connected to the tower. It's Uranus is, to me, connected to the tower energy in Tarot, even though officially the tower is connected to Mars. Where's Mars right now? Mars. Okay, Mars is up here in Cancer. Mars is in Cancer. So I'm feeling with the sun and Saturn trining, not trining, it is a square. So there is some old stuff coming up where light needs to be shed on, which we just saw with the Queen of Swords. Then we got Uranus connected to the sun, and Uranus is sudden shifts, sudden changes, and that is what is happening right now in the collective. I mean, we've been talking about that. That stuff is going on, and you just saw Moon is going to enter Aquarius. I am an Aqua Moon, I like that. But again, Aquarius is very much to sudden shifts, sudden changes, and also connected to the star in Tarot, because Aquarius is the sign connected to the crown chakra, meaning major awakening. To me, one of the planets that would talk about awakening, it's of course Uranus. It is Uranus, because everybody knows we are entering or have entered the Aquarius age. And it is an age of epiphanies, of awakening, mass awakenings, definitely. And Uranus is connected to Aquarius. And now we do have Uranus close to the sun, which definitely, and I mean, the sun is faster than Uranus, way faster. So in a couple of days ago, we did have a very close conjunction, of course, between Uranus and the sun, which probably triggered everything I was talking about. Where's Pluto? Where do you have my friend Pluto? Oh, Pluto's getting close to the moon. Actually, no, Pluto's not getting close to the moon. Pluto is very, very slow. But the moon, yeah, of course, we just had the moon, the full moon in Scorpio over here. Oh, you can't see, I'm sorry. We did have the moon in Scorpio. Now of course it moved, and it just passed Pluto a couple of days ago, maybe like 2 days ago. Let's see. Wait. Yeah, actually today. I mean, the moon is fast. Look, yesterday it was here, and today it already passed. So that is what's going on today. We had the moon. The moon again is talking about our emotion, our emotional body, and Pluto, which is in retrograde, I just saw. But Pluto is the planet of transformation, of healing, of black and white, of purging, shadow work. And if the moon and Pluto meet, it means that a lot of oppressed stuff is coming up front, and then when Pluto is in retrograde, that is even more enhanced, because retrograde often means again a purging of something that it was hidden very, very deep, and that is what's going on in the collective. So we do have Pluto today. Actually, today is May 3rd in Germany, connecting to the moon, and we have Uranus with the sun. And the sun is illuminating stuff there. So there is stuff being illuminated. And it's in Taurus. Taurus is connected to Venus. So it may have a lot to do, of course, with love. North Node is in Gemini. Gemini is connected to the twins. Okay, now with the astrology. I just felt like I had to check. I almost dropped my... Okay, yeah, I mean, I felt very much guided. There is a conjunction, and it's Uranus. And of course, Uranus, I mean, it's the Queen of Swords, right? And the Queen of Swords would be Aquarius as well. It would be Aquarius, Libra. Libra we have here, and Gemini. North Node in Gemini. Can also talk about something that is getting fulfilled right now. Some kind of destiny is getting fulfilled. Okay, that is all I got with this. Let's put the zodiac sign. I think we got what we had to get out of these cards, but there's more in tarot. Death, again, Scorpio energy. That is the moon that just basically transited. Is that the right word? Transit. The moon and Scorpio just basically, the moon and not Scorpio, Pluto just had a secret meeting. Not so secret, but yeah, it's transformation, and Uranus is the breakthrough, major shifts. That explains a lot. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got the Father of Pentacles. So we did have a mother and a father, and meaning things that are happening energetically or in our thoughts are getting more and more grounded, which is of course amazing. You see the moon here as well. So the moon is, and I never felt drawn to the moon in this deck, but the moon is kind of like important. The emotional body healing connected to Pluto. What else, Spirit? The star, there it is. Aquarius energy. You see, this cornucopia is connected. There's like this, it's connected right to the star, of course, to spirit. So it is spiritual awakening. And again, the sun is connected to Uranus right now. So there is something going on that is, yeah, light is getting shined on it. Am I saying it right? Sorry, it is after midnight. I am a bit slow today. And the swan. Swans are also a symbol of course, soulmates or twin flames. So there is hope for everybody who has been going through this death or is still going through it. It is still happening right now. You see this even in the here, the star in big. You see, and it's beautiful energy, isn't it? A wish coming true. That's what the star is. It's a wish. And again, Mother of Swords. I see this card is slightly dented here. I don't know if that has, if that's an issue, why it keep coming out. But usually it doesn't come out that often, so I don't know. What else? Son of Swords, planning, thinking, coming up with stuff. Again, the cerebral aspect, but I'm feeling like becoming aware of things and overthinking them, you know. The ideas we get, they have to, of course, they work in our minds in order to become even more aware. Last shuffle, I believe. Oh, I like this card. The Four of Pentacles in this deck. It means something is getting denser. So we are getting more and more security within us. We are getting more security, and again with the torch I see illumination again. Something is happening, and you see how he's gifting her. I'm feeling like the universe is going to gift us, those who have done the work, of course. But this is a card that is talking about something very much grounded in the 3D realm. It is talking about security. Something tangible that is coming. So, okay, let's put this aside. Okay, kind of the energies are not as flowing today. Maybe it's because, I don't know, I'm not really tired, but I've just had to concentrate a lot today. And then we got light again. It's the sun, it's light. And we saw the sun earlier. I mean, in astrology is the connection between the sun and the star, or the planet Uranus in this case. There is something that is light is being shed on, and that could of course be oppressed things. I said it before, old patterns, whatever it is. Patience. Number 14 often is a card that is talking about reconciliation, but in this deck you see something has been planted and it is growing right now. And we have been planting our seeds a long time ago. We have been patient, and they have been growing even if we didn't see. Financial material changes. I did do the reading a loss in order to draw in something new. Maybe you are interested in that, but of course that could be something that to do with something that is getting stripped away, something that is no longer tangible or no longer good for us. Might of course be something like an old job, but of course when I see material changes, I don't always read it as money, but also changes in the 3D, not just energetically. And we got material and spiritual prosperity. 6 of Pentacles usually, so there is some kind of grounding going on, and it's Pentacle cards, Earth, and still it was talking about spirituality, which indicates maybe that for some people who have never been that connected, it becomes more normal to be disconnected, and they don't think they're crazy anymore that much. Well, maybe some of them are still trapped in a little fear. But again, see, there's all the light coming in the darkness. So yeah, there has been fear, there has been shadows, but there's light coming. I mean, when we have a connection between the moon and Scorpio, the moon and Pluto, like we had today, and in Aquarius, and never forget, Aquarius is kind of like the game changer. Aquarius is sudden shifts, it is awakening, it is the crown chakra. And so there has been a lot of insight coming, but of course that can cause fears, because Pluto energy is not always like the most gentle energy. It's more like, not fireworks, but it's like Persephone going to Hades. It's facing what you have oppressed. And the moon can talk about the mother, of course, mother issues that are coming up, that are being healed, right? We had that in the Divine Masculine reading that would confirm that. The moon stands for the mother, and Pluto is healing. And that in Aquarius, epiphanies, knowledge, the inner knowing, the inner, and like the divine feminine has been guiding the way for the masculine, but also for herself. I mean, it's not like the feminine doesn't have any mother issues, for example, right? So let's see what else. Fulfillment of wishes. This is the 9 of Cups again. And you see the light. There's again so much light. It's like there has been so much darkness, and now the light is coming. And again, Aquarius energy is Uranus. Uranus can be painful, really painful, because it is sometimes overwhelming how fast those shifts can come. And Uranus is kind of like a destroyer, like Pluto as well. Pluto and Uranus are really destructive of old things, and that is what Aquarius energy is like. For example, people with a strong Aquarius in history have always been like game changers. They're the ones who've led revolutions. They're the ones who have made humanitarian causes strong. And so Aquarius brings a new light, kind of like. I'm thinking of Prometheus right now, or Lucifer. Luz is light, and Lucifer is the light bringer. Comes from the Prometheus mythology, of course. It is like we are getting enlightened. This is what's going on. It's an enlightening process that can be hard. Interesting. And remember the peacock, it's alchemizing. It's alchemizing. That's what's going on. We're alchemizing. Intuition. This would be the high priestess in this deck. And that is something that has been coming up again and again and again in last reading. We are connecting more and more to our intuition. And you remember the star, the connection to spirit. That is what's being strengthened right now. Four of Wands again. We started with the Four of Wands, and now we have the Four of Wands. Why? In order to bring union. You see the rainbow. I always have to think of the chakras. The chakras are getting into alignment, and there is purging going on, which of course can be a bit uncomfortable. I said it again, but the universe, and I want to end with this deck with this card for once. Universe. The universe is the ending of cycles again, but there's something massive going on in the collective. It's amazing. Let's see what the power animals have to say. Look, we got confidence. Be bold and take a charge. Let go of control, surrender. So yeah, if you still are going through some kind of awakening or dark night of the soul, just you can't fight it. You shouldn't fight it. Just don't. The more you try to fight it, the harder you make it, because again, the universe is always making bigger what you focus on. If you focus on the pain, you will get more pain. If you focus on the problems, you will get more problems. Focus on getting through, on being the person you want to be, living the life you want to live. One more shuffle. Okay. Raven, magic, own your power. And of course, the raven reminds me again of Scorpio energy. I mean, it's not a scorpion, but you know probably the movie The Crow. I actually don't know the difference between crows and ravens. Shame on me. But it is especially this bird is connected to the other world, to death. And what is Scorpio? Scorpio is the sign of death. It is connected to death in tarot. And death is, of course, not literally. It is transformation. And own your power. It is stepping into our power. And magic can be manifesting, alchemizing. That is, I mean, what it is. It is going from one realm to the other realm. There's like a transition going on. And again, I'm not talking about physical death. I'm talking about awakening. Same and determination. You know where you're going and you will get there. This is amazing. You will get there. We will get there. It just, be determined. Don't give up. I mean, the salmon has to swim upstream. It's not always easy. But again, you know where you're going means send out clear signal to the universe on what you want. Eagle spirits, trust in the higher self. We had intuition. So yeah, connecting more to the higher self. That is what's happening again and again and again. And Spirit is telling us again and again and again, it is a mass awakening. Of course, this doesn't mean every person on this earth. Everybody is in different timelines. And there's cannot ever be awakening like every people at the same time. That would create major chaos on earth. So it's always like certain groups. Let's see. This is the Romance Angels text, of course. I'm feeling the message today is not as clear as the last ones. It may be because, again, maybe I'm a bit tired. My energy is not like completely there yet today. But that's okay. Yeah, codependency. With the Divine Masculine reading, I was talking about addictions. But I'm feeling like they are getting rid of them. But of course, they're maybe... And again, I see the sun coming up. Sun rising. So there is, again, light being shed on that. We have you deserve love. So that is one of the things that is getting awakened. It's self-love. Connecting to our emotions, also for ourselves. And engagement... your love life is ascending. What I'm seeing here is basically ascending. There is an ascension going on when it comes to the emotional body. Anything else with this deck? Okay. Children. I read this like inner childhood issues and new love. Not like, for some of you, of course, there is a new love coming in. But I'm reading this most likely that there is new energy when it comes to love. Like being open for love when we haven't been, and chemistry, so attraction. There may be something that you are going to attract your person. The last deck I'm going to use is one I haven't used before, even though I bought it years ago, and I chose this deck, the Kuan Yin Oracle, because of the awakening of the Divine Feminine within the woman and the man. And I think she is very much connected to the Divine Feminine. Since I don't know this book, I'm going to have to use the guidebook for this deck. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to interpret them. Funny, this one. I just picked it up and it stayed there. The blessings of the Moon Maiden is number 2. Again, connected to the High Priestess, to the intuition. And the moon, we're just talking about the moon. Blessings of the... I feel it's this one. I'm going to see if we're going to do another one. Oh, this is a long text. I'm not going to read the entire thing. Let me just skip over it. Or going to read the intro. The Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to us now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. Gifts of abundance. Don't limit what you are capable of attracting with false beliefs. So it's to know who you are. Generosity, fortune, peace. Growth in personal or spiritual power. Financial healing. Our beliefs, openness, vitality, and trust needs to be big enough to receive the magnificence of the blessings coming to us. Again, this means you can only attract what you believe in. If you don't believe you get it, or you don't believe you deserve it, you need to work on that, of course. Yeah, it means it's easy to attract more if you just gratitude for what you already have. And what you have already grown in your life. You may choose to share kindness, your talents, love or affection, knowledge or material resources. So it's also sharing with others. Don't be greedy or stingy. Just give what feels good to give, and your heart will open with joy rather than close with anxiety or fear. You will feel good and move even more deeply into the flow of abundance. So if you give, you receive. I mean, you probably know that. The Divine Feminine endlessly creates over and over again, flowing in cycles just like the moon. If you have been through a challenging cycle where your creative ability to manifest seems to be impeded, this oracle indicates that the tide is changing and your finances, energy, relationships, and vocation are being infused with abundant universal energy now. Accept this divine grace and know that your abundance helps others feel abundant too. It is a spiritual service to live a life full of happiness and joy. And this is very beautiful. It is a spiritual service to live a life of fulfillment and joy. And why? Because if you're happy, you're vibrating happy energy, and everybody in your surroundings will get something from that. You know, negative people, how they pull others down, and positive people, they pull others up. So if you're happy, then you are actually helping others. Okay, let's see if we got one more. No, I don't feel this one. So last one, then we're going to end this for today. The Lotus Throne, 37. 37 adds up to 10, which adds up to 1, and it's an ending and a new beginning, of course. The same lotus wisdom that enlightens beloved Kuan Yin and all spiritual masters is the very same lotus light within your own heart, beloved. It can take great courage to trust your own inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own. You're being asked to trust this inner guidance above all others now. Have faith in your own heart. Know that you are divine. There are times on the path that we can greatly benefit from assistance from others. In fact, these times are almost always. A true spiritual master, teacher, guru, guide, or healer has the same role, to connect you with conscious awareness to your own inner light, so that you may come to realize the spiritual power, authority, and beauty that you are in truth. It is the same spiritual power, authority, beauty that you may see and honor in them. Okay, this is talking that sometimes we need external guidance. I was talking about this in one of the other readings in the past. That I think in the Divine Feminine reading, that it is maybe important to get some guidance if you feel a bit stuck. Because again, healing, ascension, it is talking about healing and ascension. Ascension is happening right now. Okay. So to sum it up, yeah, sorry for the detour into the astrology, but I felt very much guided to do that in that moment, to understand better. Yeah, there is something astrological going on, basically, that is helping us purge and heal. And with the Moon Pluto connection, I'm not surprised that Scorpio energy keeps coming up right now, even if the moon is already entering Aquarius. But again, Aquarius is connected to, okay, interesting. So we do have the moon in Aquarius and the sun connected to Uranus, which is both Aquarius energy, kind of like they're related, meaning the divine feminine within us and the masculine within us are both going through some kind of awakening, ascension. And by that, it is the purging first. It's the purging of the old beliefs. And again, that is what Aquarius energy does. Aquarius is shattering old society, old belief systems, and out with the old, in with the new, of course. And that can be triggering for some. And so we had the moon in connection with Aquarius and in connection with Pluto. Pluto is transformation, it's death, it's the dying of the old, it's doing shadow work. So we basically have the shadow and the light, you know, with Uranus connected to the crown chakra. And then the sun, the masculine energy, is connected to Uranus. So the subconscious, the moon, is going through awakening, and it will show itself in the real world, in real life, you could say, because again, the sun is shining on it. The sun will make it obvious. But again, it's the masculine and the feminine energy that is right now connected to the Aquarius energy, to the sorry, I'm slow today. I'm annoyed with myself. Connected to Uranus, breakthroughs. That's what Uranus energy is. It is breakthrough. It is getting a bit crazy as well. Yeah, I hope this could help you in some way. I know this wasn't as deep as the other readings, but still, it just. I mean, Spirit had me to do three major readings in the last couple of days, basically. This was more like a check up, and I didn't want it to be that deep today because of time reasons. And so, nothing. We're still in that process, of course. So if you want more information, please check out the Divine Feminine and Masculine reading, and the one that is called something like a loss in order to create room for something new. Those were the more important messages right now. It's basically a confirmation it is still going on. And I'm not surprised, because major shifts like that, they do take their time. It's nothing that is happening in a couple of days. So I was basically nosy to see what is happening. And yeah, what is happening, to sum it up, is basically the ascending of the masculine and the feminine. And it has to do with the Aquarius energy, but also with the Scorpio energy that is happening right now in the collective. So the feminine and the masculine are, getting you a new perspective on things, and again connected to their higher self. That is what the star to me indicates as well. I mean, connecting to the higher self to me would more be the High Priestess card. That's to me connecting to the higher self, and the star is connecting to spirits, but it's the opening of the crown chakra. And I remember, like last month, like a month ago, I was having headaches a lot, and I felt that Spirit was working on my highest chakras. And I remember it was like a pick a card I did, and I did a collective channel message in the beginning of that pick a card. And so Spirit basically confirmed our higher chakras are being opened right now, or if they're already open, still strengthened. Again, people are on different shifts, and I would say mine already were pretty much open, but there was still something more going on. Even stronger connection was formed, and for some people who haven't had that strong connection, they're for the first time in their lives forming that connection, and that could be many of the masculines who are now connecting to their emotions, what we had in the last reading. There was something I was thinking about a couple, like last night, and it just popped into my mind and then left. Give me a second. What was it? Yeah, it's again about how men and women are often raised different. I mean, you know those sayings when a man is like emotional and he gets to hear, "Oh, you sound like a little girl. Don't be such a pussy." Those awful sayings that teach boys, even, that it's not okay for, just if you have a penis, it's not okay to have emotions, basically. You can't not cry because you've got that thing dangling between your legs, which is absolute BS. And so that's why, of course, many women are like, "Oh my god, you cannot show any emotions." Yeah, because they were trained not to very often. Of course, there's exceptions. I'm talking about the distorted masculine, and there's of course a different kind of distortion, but that is a big one. And the way men are raised, and then boys are raised, and then of course they turn into men who have learned to build like 100 walls around them and to not show emotions, and who gets triggered by a divine feminine who is very emotional and who is all of a sudden awakening those emotions that they have learned not to live. And that is basically an inner conflict about what they have learned, what society tells them what manhood, and its distorted manhood, should be like, And now with the divine feminine, when they are on their journey, they all of a sudden have to question everything, and they have to learn that it is okay for a man to actually have feelings and to express them. And I think that is a major thing that is happening right now, that they're learning to connect to their emotions and that they're learning it is okay to have them. Well, anyway, that was it for today. And if this helped you in any way, I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave a comment, and check out my other readings. Of course, I am available for personal readings. And yeah, if this helped you and you would like to tip, there is a link below. And now I have to go to my university text, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye. It's past 1 now. Bye.